Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have another showcase for you today, this time in the Open Great League, and we're actually looking at an Empoleon double dragon team. So I ran this team in the Ultra Premier Cup last season to hit Legend, and except not Altaria, I used Dragonite, and the team was actually created by Toshi, but I have not seen it in the Open Great League, so how is it going to do in the Open Great League? Obviously, we're looking at Altaria instead of Dragonite this time. But I think it's a great team. Obviously, it's a great team in the Ultra Premier Cup. So let's see how it performs in the Open Great League, shall we? I'm definitely really excited. We definitely don't see Kingdra too often. And Empoleon has been seen more play, but not super common. Altaria is definitely common. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive right into it. Obviously, it's a different meta than the Ultra Premier Cup, so we'll see how it plays out. So Kingdra is going to go ahead and commit the final shield against this Vigoroth, probably hoping to farm down. And let's see, looks like they're able to farm down very nice. So trying to get to the Octazooka, able to get to it into the Alolan Marowak because Fire Spin is double resisted. So that is huge. And they do actually shield, no defense or attack drop. It attacks the drop. It drops the attack, but we didn't see that there. But in comes the Altaria, definitely a good matchup. Honestly, the Empoleon would be a good matchup as well. But I'm going to bring in the Altaria this time, and it's going to be Shadow Ball. Okay, totally fine. And they do switch into Alolan Ninetales. So that's why they brought in Altaria, right? Obviously, so you could have Empoleon on the Alolan Ninetales. So that obviously makes sense. Anyway, Hydro Cannon going to definitely do a lot of damage to that Ninetales. And this Empoleon is looking to farm down. This game is pretty much a good game. No, this is not going to KO. It's double resisted. And Empoleon does farm down. And now in comes that Marowak, able to go for the Hydro Cannon. And Empoleon's actually able to close up the game. But even if it couldn't, I mean, that Altaria should have been able to. But either way, able to take that game. So very nice, very nice. Obviously, also in the Ultra Premier Cup, the Pokemon are bulkier. So it is a different meta. It's a different game. But that doesn't mean the team doesn't work. So I definitely love seeing it. When I saw the submission, I was like, I definitely have to showcase that because I really, really do enjoy this team. So Empoleon into Machamp, definitely a bad matchup. Safe swap Kingdra immediately. And yeah, so they switch into Bastiodon. Okay, Octazooka is going to be hitting for super effective damage. And if you get that attack drop, that's going to be pretty good. Not going to do too much, no attack drop. To be honest, the Dragon Breath damage with that Octazooka is actually adding up. Kingdra is just going to allow it to go. It might not KO actually. Oh, it does. Okay, so Empoleon comes in and Empoleon's definitely going to look to farm down. So what's beautiful about this is Empoleon can farm down. And we know that Machamp is going to come in. Unfortunately, they get to a move, but that's okay. We know that Machamp is going to come in, but this Empoleon has a Drill Peck, almost has 2 Drill Pecks. So it's definitely going to threaten a shield or 2 right now. So we might see the shield right now. We definitely will, actually, no doubt about it. And then the switch into Altaria makes sense. And out comes Swampert. So this Altaria is holding on to 2 shields. That is incredible. Altaria will go ahead and take this. And it is going to be a Hydro Cannon. Yeah, that seems too fast for, a Sludge Wave. So we're going to go ahead and be hit with another Hydro Cannon. So will the Altaria actually shield? No, they will not. Just going to take it because they know they can. And going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack now. So this Sky Attack, this game is pretty much good as over. So yeah, in comes that Machamp. Machamp will be able to throw a couple Crush Chops, but it looks like they're just going for the farm down. And they do get the farm down actually. But this Empoleon still has 2 shields. They just need to get 1 Waterfall through. And the Machamp does have 2 Crush Chops, but it should not have a 3rd one. They just need 1 Waterfall to go through, and this Machamp is going down. So they do get the Waterfall through, and they're able to win that one. So very well done. Nice attempt by the opponent, though, to farm down. But that was a great game, yeah. I am curious how this team will handle in the Azumarill, though, because the Azumarill is not in the Ultra League, of course. But I guess we'll see. Anyway, picking up a good lead, so they're probably going to switch out. Or maybe they'll stay in. No, they do switch into Scrafty. Out comes Altaria. Amazing. Just go ahead and let's see if they farm all the way down. I don't know if Altaria will be able to go all the way. But Foul Play coming out, it might be able to. I have to take another Foul Play. It's not going to. Yeah, not worth the risk. Going to go ahead and just go for the Sky Attack to KO the Scrafty. And it does KO. So in comes Skarmory. Okay, so Empoleon does well against Skarmory, of course. So we're going to go ahead and go for this Sky Attack right now. Sky Attack is going to be resisted. But, look at the damage. It's still adding up. The Dragon Breath damage with the Sky Attack. It's almost down to 50% health already. Empoleon can come in. That may have been an undercharge. I feel like it was, but if it was, great play by the opponent. Empoleon definitely going to come in. You still have the Kingdra for that Alolan Malwax, so I wouldn't even worry about it. This Hydro Cannon coming out from the Empoleon, and it will pick up a shield. Empoleon doesn't even have to shield this, to be honest. They could. Okay, so they're going to go ahead and shield. Okay, makes sense. I mean, they don't have to, but going to go ahead and shield anyway and farm all the way down. Actually, the switch, looks like both of them switched at the same time, but this is a good matchup for the Kingdra. Even a Shadow Bone or Shadow Ball, it will do a lot of damage, as we see right there, but still perfectly fine. Going to go for this Octazooka. The opponent has to shield it. And then Empoleon is also in the back, so even if this Malwax wins the lead, which we actually see in attack drop, so honestly this might not KO Kingdra now. It might, let's see. No, it doesn't because of that debuff, but Kingdra actually got a defense debuff. But Kingdra's actually just still able to farm down, and just able to farm down that Skarmory 1 HP. Kingdra putting in work. I love this team, guys. Looks like it's working out great for the Great League. I might actually give it a try, to be honest. And honestly, I had thought about this team in the past after I hit Legend last season. I was like, I wonder how it could work for the Great League. But I thought, well, maybe Azumarill would probably give it trouble. But I do hope we do see an Azumarill in these battles, because it's going to be interesting to see how they play out of it. I don't think we saw one yet, right? I don't think so. But Empoleon into Galarian Stunfisk, they do switch into Pelipper, okay? So out comes Kingdra. So Kingdra, not too bad. I mean, Hurricane will KO. Weather Ball is double resisted. The Kingdra will go ahead and shield. And it is going to be Hurricane. Beautiful shield by the Kingdra. So are they counting? Okay, it looks like they're counting. They're going to go ahead and throw. I would have farmed up a little bit more, but that's okay. Going to go ahead and throw. No debuff. Not even able to get to a Weather Ball. But that's really good. So let's see what comes in. This Kingdra is looking to get to the Octazooka. Not going to be able to. A Rock Slide doesn't KO. I don't think. Not in the Great League, I don't think. In the Ultra League, it doesn't. Okay, in the Great League, it doesn't either. So able to get to an Octazooka. Will we see a debuff, though? If we see a debuff, 50% chance to debuff. We'll have to see. Yes, we do. That attack falls. So there's no way the Stunfisk is farming down. It probably couldn't have anyway. But we're going to see a Rock Slide that will be enough to KO. Empoleon coming in. We see a Tropius. Out comes Altaria. This is amazing. Altaria is absolutely going to destroy Tropius. Great game. Very well played, my friend. Very well played. We saw Machamp lead. Obviously, he was able to win that. Oh, yeah, these battles are, by the way, out of order. But that's okay. Not a big deal. So let's see how the next game plays out. So we're going to jump into it. So Empoleon into Talonflame. This is a great matchup. So they're going to have to switch. They do switch into Venusaur. Out comes Altaria. Great matchup for the Altaria. And the opponent is going to leave that because I guess they figured they were hard counted, which they were, to be fair. So well played. I mean, nothing you could do there. But let's go ahead and move on to the next game. But yeah, that's what you love to see, obviously, right? So Empoleon into Maractus. Okay, very interesting. It's a grass type. What does it have? Bullet Seed? I don't know what else it has. But you can tell it's pretty squishy because those waterfalls are actually doing a lot of damage. So going to go ahead and shield. Petal Blizzard, okay. That would have been neutral. I don't know how much that would do. It would probably do a decent amount. So totally respect that shield. Drill Peck will KO the Maractus. In comes Machamp. Okay, going to go ahead and opt to stay in. Switching to catch the Cross Chop. That was actually a nice switch. Able to catch the Cross Chop onto this Kingdra. And now we do see a switch into a Wigglytuff. Okay, so a Charm User. Okay, so it's good that you got the Empoleon out of there because you still need it. However, this Wigglytuff, if it shields, is going to be able to take this game. So yeah, Charm Users in the back are kind of tough. But basically how you want to play the game is you want to be able to switch out of the Empoleon at some point to lure out a Charm User if they have one. So for example, if you say swap into Kingdra, they'll bring out their Charm User. Then you'll lose that matchup, but then you'll be able to bring in Empoleon and maybe farm it down, something like that, and then Altaria could sweep later on, or Dragonite if it's the Ultra Premier Cup. But if they have double Charm, you're probably not going to win. But that's okay. So this Machamp is going to be able to count it down and take that game. So that was well played, except there was really nothing you could do to that Wigglytuff because unfortunately Empoleon took too much health. But that's fine. Instead of trying to catch the Cross Chop, I think I would have switched out into Kingdra immediately. But that's fine. Empoleon into Sableye. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and switch into Kingdra. The opponent is staying in this matchup, so they're going to go ahead and throw the foul play. So this foul play is coming out, and okay. One more foul play will KO, but they do switch into Azumarill. Okay, so here's the Azumarill. So, okay, so going to go ahead and go Octazooka. You probably play it the same way you play any Charm user. I mean, this is not a Charm user, but like how you play Charm users. You just go ahead and try and debuff them, wait until they knock you out, and then bring in Empoleon. You can't farm down with Waterfall at that health, but you'll still be able to do well against the Azumarill with like Drill Peck because it is neutral. Right, and Empoleon does resist every move that Azumarill has, so it's definitely manageable. So we're going to be able to just overfarm, take this hit. That Azumarill, I believe, got debuffed, if I'm not mistaken. So going to go ahead and definitely be able to take it. Oh, the switch, unfortunate switch, but that's okay. You can't have Altaria up against, well, I guess at that range you probably can have it, because if you go for the Sky Attack at that health, it should KO, plus they don't have Charm, obviously, because it's not a Charm user. So as long as you have shields, Altaria could fight Azumarill, especially at that range, at that health range. If it's at full health, I would say no, but I mean, Sky Attack, I think should be enough. I want to say it's enough, but we're going to see a Sky Attack. We're going to see if it's enough. It's actually not enough, never mind. Not even close to being enough. But maybe the Dragon Breath can get it if it shields this. We'll see. Low battery, that's not good, but going to be a play rough, so they do not have Ice Beam. And we do see a switch into Talonflame. Okay, so this is good. This is good. Going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack right now against the Talonflame and do a lot of damage. Switch into this Empoleon. Empoleon, yeah, definitely looking to shield, no doubt about it. Farm down the Talonflame, and you're going to be able to pick off that Azumarill with Empoleon, right? Has enough energy. I would probably throw the... Oh, no, you don't even need to. Well, they're going to throw it, but it was... low, you could just waterfall it down, but it doesn't really matter. The opponent is going to let that go, and that is going to be a great game. So I guess that's how you play Azumarill matchups. So yeah, I mean, Empoleon obviously still doing well against the Azumarill. So even though you have two things in the back that don't really do good against it, you do have Empoleon that can stand up to it. So Empoleon into Politoed. Okay, what do you do here? Let me see. I don't know. Because obviously the Altaria has to watch out if it has Blizzard. Earthquake and Blizzard, whichever it has, is going to be neutral to Kingdra. So it is going to be Blizzard, so it does have Blizzard. And we saw a shield. What is that? Oh, Sableye. Okay, so Sableye is coming in to fight. Octazooka is going out. You would love to debuff this if you can. Let's see if it debuffs them. It does debuff them. That is huge. Not only that, but it got a shield as well. So Kingdra is going to take this hit. So it's going to be a foul play, but again, Kingdra is going to be able to soak it. And trying to get to another Octazooka, desperately wants to get to it. No, going for the farm down. Will have to commit the last shield if it wants to get the farm down. And so Kingdra will be able to farm down this Sableye, and it has an Outrage and an Octazooka. So let's see which one they go for. Going to be Venusaur going straight Outrage, going for the nuke. I don't blame you, because the opponent may call the Octazooka. No, they shield it. Nice shield by the opponent. But Altaria still does well in this matchup, right? So we're going to go ahead and bring in Altaria. Sludge Bomb is neutral, but Altaria can still take it. It might have to take two, actually. I think it should still be... It could take two. Yeah, it could definitely take two. Okay. So Politoed's coming in. We know that Politoed has Blizzard. Altaria is going to go ahead and go straight for this Sky Attack right now. And going to switch into Empoleon. Look to farm down. It doesn't matter. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Blizzard, you're not going to go for Blizzard. It's double resisted. So you're going to go for Weather Ball. Makes sense. And now goodbye, Politoed. And in comes the other Pokemon. Drill Peck is going out. And this is going to be a good game, yeah. Venusaur is going to go down to that Drill Peck. So really well played. Guys, I think this is actually a really solid team. Double Dragon, as we see, I mean, we see this trainer is veteran. That's not a low rank, that's not a low rank at all. So we're seeing him really go into town against some of these meta teams. So we have Empoleon onto Pelipper. Okay, so Empoleon does resist every move that Pelipper has, but Hurricane still hits like a truck anyway. But Drill Pecks are going to be doing a lot as well. I think Pelipper actually can win this in the 2-shield if it correctly gets the bait. But they actually don't shield. They both switch out at the same time. Okay, Kingdra into Scrafty. I could be wrong about that Pelipper matchup. I have to go over it. I think Pelipper has to bait and get a shield from that to be able to win or land a Hurricane. I'll have to go over that again. I'm not too sure. But either way, Outrage going out, and this will absolutely just knock out Scrafty. The opponent called the Octazooka. Another great reason to run Kingdra. We do see a Talonflame. Talonflame's not going to be able to farm down. No way. It has to go for an attack, likely a Flame Charge. To be honest, Kingdra, I think, lives this. It does, and it's able to get off an Octazooka. Kingdra double resist fire attacks. I don't blame the opponent for going for Flame Charge. I probably would have as well. You don't want to go for the Brave Bird and debuff yourself. It's kind of a tricky situation. You're probably just hoping that Flame Charge is enough to KO, right? I didn't think it was, though. So Flame Charge coming out, neutral damage. In comes Pelipper. Gonna go ahead and shield. This is definitely going to be a Weather Ball. Yep. Switching into Altaria. So Altaria can definitely take a Hurricane if it chooses to. It is going to. And it is going to be that Hurricane. It does a lot, but it could still take it. Altaria does farm down. And in comes Talonflame. And to be honest, you just farm down this Talonflame. And the opponent will leave that game. So very well done. Wow, I really appreciate these submissions, man. I love this team. Shout out to Toshi for creating it for the Ultra Premier Cup as well. So let's go ahead and move into the final battle. See how this game goes. But we do have that Empoleon into Azumarill. Okay. So, yeah, you have to stay in. You have to stay in this fight. You can't leave it. This is where you want to see the Azumarill if you have to see it. And most of the time, you will see it because Azumarill is very common. But Play Rough going to be resisted. Still doing a good amount of damage. They did sneak in a bubble, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. The good thing is, if they have Ice Beam, that's actually double resisted. So they're not going to go for Ice Beam. They're going to go for... Well, Hydro Pump is double resisted as well, isn't it? No, it's single resisted. So they're either going to go for the Play Rough if they have it. If they don't have it, the Hydro Pump. So anyway, Play Rough coming out. That will get Empoleon low. But Empoleon is so desperately trying to get to Drill Peck. Able to get to it. So the Azumarill is going to go ahead and go down. It could shield and take switch if it wants to, and it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Kingdra going to be able to switch in and snipe it down. Now, if there's a Charmeleuse in the back, there's no way out of this. But that's just sometimes with an ABB team where you have a double of one type in the back. Sometimes that does happen. But we do see an Octazooka into that Hypno, not debuffing it, which is unfortunate. Will the Kingdra shield this one up? No, it will not. So going to go ahead and take this Thunder Punch. Going to be neutral damage. Saving everything for the Altaria. Another Thunder Punch coming in. Letting it go. Just going to go ahead and bring in that Altaria and farm down the Hypno. I like that play. You know there's no Charmeleuse in the back because they would have butted in against Kingdra, right? But there's a Goliath Stunfisk. That is not good. But they're able to catch a Rock Slide on Empoleon. That was a good switch. But I still don't think the Altaria can win this. I really don't think Altaria... I'm just not seeing it. That was a good catch. I just don't see it. This is a tough team comp, but who knows? I mean, they're already down to 50%. And Altaria could definitely take a couple of Rock Slides, and they still have 2 shields. So maybe Altaria's going to take this. They're going to go ahead and shield 1 Rock Slide. Let's find out. Because, as I said, I know that Altaria can take a couple of Rock Slides. Well, it could at least take 1. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this one. And do we see a Fawn down here? Oh, the opponent caught the Sky Attack. Okay, I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed with that because I feel like... Well, first of all, I feel like you have to just Fawn down with Dragon Breath if you want to win, right? That was a nice catch by the opponent, but I feel like, they can't take another. They have to Fawn down. Oh my god, they can't do it. Unless if this doesn't KO. Unless if they live on like 1 HP. Come on, Altaria. Oh my god, it goes down to Mudshot. And that will be it for this one, guys. Have a good day. Bye.